It's that time again! Oh boy! I didn't expect to be back so soon, but that being said, we've been gone for a while, as I've been sorting out some things going on in my personal life that I don't want to get into too much here on stream. But hey, Aluzard's been added. So let's just jump right in. I don't think I have any new decks in Bloodcraft other than the ones you've seen me play. If you're anybody who watches my live content, you probably have seen the Bloodcraft decks that I'm going to use. One of which being Volteo, the other of which being... I guess Volteo has been updated recently, so I guess there is something new to see there. Well, as I get ready to get some prep work done behind the scenes, let's see this little intro once more. I wonder if it's in JP or in ENG yet.
Darkness and shadow. A curse spreads its bat-like wings over the land.
Automatically play next line and let's go.
The flow of life has been corrupted, stained by a malevolent god. The curtain rises on a new stage. Velsar, where shadows shroud all, covered by infinite rivers of blood. It is a land of claws, fangs, and strife, created by the Lord of Darkness. But the Lord sleeps, and his realm is rife with conspirators who would steal his throne. Dragon newts, vengeful souls, yokai, werewolves, vampires. These beasts spend their every waking hour locked in conflict. Fang against fang, claw against claw. Who shall wear the crown in the end? Will it be the meek? He once sought vengeance for his kind, but has now lost his purpose. But whether he is doomed eternally for failure, none can foresee. Will it be the bitter? He longs for the past and resents the present. But what his future will hold, none can fathom. Will it be the hollow? He has no memories, and yet is a master of the blade. But for whom he fights, none can tell. Will it be the lost? She quests for her mother, following a trail of whispered words. But where the path will lead her, none can see. These lives will join, intersect. But will they be enough to overcome the heavy grasp of fate?
A moot question. Mortals cannot overthrow a god. You are weak and an utter disappointment. How you managed to make it here, I sure don't know. I was hoping for someone worthy. Indeed, I was hoping for my next vessel.
So this is the Lord of Darkness.
Lord? No. I am a god. And you all are sheep in my fold. Now, I will keep you as long as there's any profit in it. But the moment you lose your value to me, ye shall be led to the slaughter.
I just want to take a moment to pause here, because is it just me? I can't be the only one who sees this, but the aura behind kind of looks like the Magic the Gathering logo a little bit, in my opinion. Like, if I were to do a freeze frame of it, at some points it looks like it. Which I don't remember what the symbol in Magic the Gathering actually represents. I just assumed it was like a spark or a flame.
They stretch forth their hands, but cannot grasp victory. They strive with all their strength, but cannot defy fate. claws and fangs break and shatter before fading into darkness. The ending of our newest tale is as of yet unwritten.
Bloodshots. For those who have been following me on Twitter, you probably know by now that I spent like the last week barely able to use my left arm, or touch my left arm for that matter, without causing severe pain. That being said, as much as I complained about it, get your shots.
Hey, sir. Wakey, wakey.
Which timeline are we in this time?
Woken up, have we? How you feeling?
Awful.
Weird place to fall asleep, if you ask me. This is a pub.
Hey! You know who you're picking a fight with?
Of course I know who you are. You're the idiot with no cut to your claw.
I'm the next Lord of Darkness. You better start groveling to me now.
That's going to hurt in the morning.
These rough fellas never give us any peace in
Whew.
here. Even Drock isn't here today. Did you notice? He's been watching you, you know.
Not a problem. If things are too quiet, I start to think too much.
You must know about Drock. If you take that attitude.
I will have another. Same again in a bloodshot.
You gotta be careful with this stuff. Next time you take a nap, you might not wake up.
This pace suits me fine.
If you're sure.
That was a weird sound effect.
Hey, you there.
So we're in the Drock timeline of events. Because Aluzard died in the timeline of events for... Man, I can't even remember its name. Kagero? I want to say it was Kagero.
Sorry about my friends. I know they can be kind of loud. Well, all Dragonoots can, actually. We're not really known for being quiet.
Not a bother.
I've been watching you for a while now. You can really drink, can't you? Even we don't drink bloodshots.
Now, this is Aluzard. And I'm not going to spoil the most recent season of Castlevania, but it's good.
Well, Dragonoots use it as a fire starter.
You think we're going to go wild and breathe fire with it?
Speaking of fire starters, I recently discovered that Doritos make for excellent fire starters. I was unaware of how flammable they were. I knew they could be lit on fire. I didn't realize they were that flammable, though.
I doubt you need bloodshots to go wild. Drock.
I don't recall telling you my name.
Yeah, the barkeep told me.
Is that so? Well, it would be hard not to know your name, young chief of the Dragonoot clan.
BSA.
If you know who I am, then why aren't you scampering off with your tail between your legs?
I have no tail.
There we go.
Fighting is against bar rules, but I've always been a rebel.
I never really thought about ever joining the Boy Scouts growing up. I was a big fan of doing whatever I wanted with my free time.
There he goes again.
He's just an ill-tempered fool. Always picking fights when he doesn't like somebody.
For someone with useless claws and wings, he sure talks a big game.
Hey, if you have to whisper it, better not say anything at all.
Those are some words to live by right there. If you have to whisper it, it's better to not say it at all.
You're still not scared.
Have you taken a disliking to me? All I did was sit here quietly, paying you no mind.
No, I don't like you. And people I don't like go poof. Like smoke.
I am well aware of that. However, that has nothing to do with me. Fine. Let me prove I am not worth taking your anger out on.
Huh?
Hey! Quit being rude to our master! Don't think we'd stay quiet.
Did I tell you to get involved?
Well, we're getting to see this scene play out exactly as it did in Drock's story.
Hey, you. Was that your best shot?
I would expect someone of your ability to work that out yourself.
I get it. Taking you out won't even be worth boasting about. It wouldn't be a hunt, just slaughter.
I think it's an okay name for a fictional town.
Sorry about this. The way you were acting caught me off guard. I mistook you for just another idiot after the throne. With that skill, you'd never be able to challenge the Dragon Dudes. Here, have a drink on me.
I will take a bloodshot.
Not so good with the sword, but you sure can hold your liquor. Mind if I join ya?
I wonder if a bloodshot is like just some kind of like whiskey and wine.
Not at all.
Huh. I thought you were the kind of guy who'd want it alone. You're not so bad. I take back about not liking you.
I like a heated debate. Barkeeper, 2 bloodshots.
I can't get a break in here. I wish you lot wouldn't scare me all the time. Here.
So, what are we raising our drinks to?
To a peaceful future.
Ha, that's impossible. You know that the chaos of Velsar only calms down when the next Lord of Darkness is born.
I wonder who that's gonna be, though.
Or perhaps, in time, things will change.
If I remember correctly, Drock's route is the one that actually leads to true peace. At least that's what, Man, it's been so long. What's her name again? Sky Goddess. Vessel of Stagnation or something.
Fine, I'll join you.
Floess. Yeah, that's it. Floess.
In that case, to a dragon dude sitting on the throne.
Saying words you don't mean.
Huh? What's that?
No, sorry. Forget I said anything. To the Dragon Newt. No. Let us toast to your peace and safety.
You really are weird. You don't look like any race around here. What are you really?
I'm a vampire.
I am nothing. Just dust, floating on the air. Come. Let us drink to the future.
Alright, the background is resumed, which means things are settled. Intoxication. This is gonna be this is gonna be like speed running, isn't it?
I've had more than enough.
If they're all gonna be this short, this is gonna be a really short playthrough. We're only 14 minutes in, and we're at chapter 3.
I see.
I knew you were a beast, but I wasn't expecting this. I think I'm gonna be sick. Man, first time I've ever lost in a drinking contest.
Note to self: don't drink hard liquor constantly.
I was not trying to best you.
Only reason anyone would order bloodshots is if they're trying to drink someone under the table or get alcohol poisoning.
Perhaps I have built up a tolerance. They used to give me a buzz. But now I can drink it like water.
Fool who just gowns bloodshots. It's weird I haven't heard of you before.
That is weird.
You don't look like an Oni or Tengu or any other kind of yokai. Oh, could it be? You're the rumored Ninetales?
Don't be stupid. How drunk is he for... Do you see any tails? He's already said I have no tails.
I told you earlier, I have no tail.
Okay, they are going to call back that line.
Then what are you? Ugh, I'm gonna throw up.
Would you believe me if I said I am a vampire?
Ah.
One who sips mouthfuls of blood. One who drifts on a tempest of blood. One whose constant companion is blood.
Very funny. Only place vampires exist are in legends. Vampires are those blood-sucking monsters that feed on our kind, right? Supposedly my ancestors hunted them all to extinction.
I am born by the blood, drawn in by the blood. I drink the blood. I am dust in the wind. Blah, 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 blah. I'm back on the Castlevania topic, actually. I would have to title it as... How did I word it the other day? It is a story of men and monsters, love and loss, and a little bit too much philosophy. But I like philosophy, so I enjoyed it. There is a big hanging plot hole in the most recent season, though, where it feels arbitrarily forced, but other than that, I still enjoyed it way too much. It's far from a perfect series, but it's at least, I'd have to say, 7 out of 10 at worst. And that's just me giving a cursory rating to the most recent season of Castlevania. At worst, it's a 7 out of 10. I don't know if I can do a full review of it without going into greater detail, but I probably will at some point, and I will probably post that in my Discord or in another Discord. Maybe I'll tweet it. I don't really know. I like giving my opinion on a lot of media. Oh, I should totally rate the story on this game at some point. That might be fun.
I see.
I'm having a hard time figuring you out, buddy. But
But
that's not such a bad thing. Feels like I'm talking to grass or trees.
that's a weird phrase.
Same here. Normally, the other customers would all be gone by now. But I don't like silence.
Maybe you should join me then. The Dragonids I command are the greatest fighting force on Velsar, as you probably already know.
Wait, did he actually comment on the vampire? Okay, so he said that they hunted almost extinction. I got sidetracked and forgot what we were talking about.
We have a good time, you know? Even if they do like causing trouble.
Loneliness. The worst feeling in the world.
Huh? What you mean by that?
No matter how many of these I down, no matter how many people I am with, they do not stop the loneliness.
Gotta let other people into your heart, man. That's how you get rid of loneliness. That's why I'm so quick to make friends.
I get it. You know, everyone around me's changed. But I'm still the same dumb kid I was years ago. Still longing to touch the sky.
Childish, perhaps, but a beautiful dream.
It's odd. Normally I hate people who talk as if they know me. But I don't dislike it in you. Ugh, I'm sobering up now. And all my buddies have left me. I guess I'll have to walk home alone. Come drink with us next time. Just go easy on the bloodshots, okay, buddy? Anyways, the streets around here can be dangerous, so be careful.
Yes. I hear they're haunted by witches.
You've really got a thing for legends, don't you?
Wait, witches? Are we gonna actually run into witches?
You are one heck of a guy. I don't know how you have the guts to speak to Drock like that.
Were you scared?
Terrified. He's the leader of the Dragon Knights. He could snap his fingers and my head would roll. He's normally chatting up and drinking with the lasses. Some call him useless, but he's got a whole clan backing him up.
Thank you, barkeeper. I will take my leave now.
Aye, aye. Oh, and don't worry about the money. When Drock's here, he picks up everyone's tab.
I know.
Wow, money to burn.
Almost time.
Oh boy, here we go.
My, you are astute.
I could sense it.
Do you know my name? Or rather, do you remember my name?
No. You could be a witch for all I know. But I know.
So is it a yes, or is that a no?
Odd. I assumed you immortal types lost all track of time after a while. Well, what gave it away?
The smell of blood. It emanates from me, you, this entire world. A stench this strong cannot be the product of one, or even two wars.
Yipes, that's a lot of blood.
So, the scent lingers, even after the world's reset. How curious.
I think I might need to add another layer of deodorant. All this talk of smells has reminded me.
How many times have we had this conversation? When can I finally rest?
Your end will come when it is meant to.
What can I do to make it come?
Don't take that out of context.
Follow your fate.
Why appear before me if you will not answer my questions?
Because I am not a part of this play. I'm an audience member. It's not my place to meddle.
Liar.
And appearing before me is not meddling?
He said what I was thinking.
It's not. Because I say it isn't.
I'm going to try to pull that the next time I go to a movie theater. I am not disturbing the movie because I am saying that I am not disturbing the movie.
Why did things turn out this way?
Would the answer to that question help you in any way?
I see there is no point in speaking to you.
Where are you going?
Who knows? This world no longer has anything to do with me.
My, with all you know, I suppose it can't be helped that you've become jaded.
Yeesh.
But you cannot ignore fate. You'd only be prolonging your suffering. And we don't want that, do we, Aluzard?
Interesting. Well, it's time for an eye-opener. Hey, a reward, which means we probably do something this chapter. Let's see, we got wheels and deals. Volteo. We have my janky Avarice deck. Oh yeah, my crazy burn deck that does not work because there's so much healing in the meta, but it might be good here. How close to the finish is this deck? Eh. I could probably finish this in a week if I just use my cards. But I guess we'll do some wheels and deals. Because Volteo is crazy and inconsistent, which is why I love it. And there have been some updates to my Volteo deck. So the new cards that are now been added to this since the last time you've seen me play it include the following. I believe Demonic Assault is new. Combustion Demon has been added. We have Netherworld Executioner. I originally didn't have this card in, but people told me that it's worth it just because it's got a decent body, so if you pull it, you don't feel bad, and it has Bane. Laura, I put in here against most people's recommendations, but there's a lot of draw power in the deck, so if I draw this early, it might be a nice late game win con on its own. We still have the Blood Epitaph and the Xeno Diablo combo, just because I like that combo. We have a Heavenly Foul added to the deck. This two-headed Scorpion was added for more draw. And the newest addition that I've added is I've added a Temperance to the deck, because if you pull this off with Volteo, it just shuts down a lot of different win conditions and forces them to remove that before they can move their win condition forward. Who we fighting? The werewolf guy, I'm guessing?
Now then.
Or are we fighting Kagero and we're immediately gonna die?
Your eyes are playing tricks on you.
I'm telling you. I saw a foxtail just now.
Oh, this is Seka's timeline.
Hey, you! You're the one who was picking a fight at the bar earlier.
No, that was just the alcohol talking. I would never defy Guido.
The chatter calms me.
Yes. I like being around other people. It's the thing that's hit me the hardest about 2020.
No more talking. Run.
I'm sorry.
I'm not like those dragon newts. I consider it pathetic to die for honor.
We are in agreement there. I have already taken all these roads and experienced all these futures. Deja vu. Such an unpleasant, empty feeling. Not something I can get used to.
I await the Dios Irae. Your Curious's feeling of deja vu be damned.
But things may prove interesting this time. Now, the question is, was it fate that cursed me?
Ooh.
Or...
His tone of voice makes me feel tired.
Stop! Don't take another step!
Just give up.
And accept your fate!
Or is this my own foolishness? I made it.
And who are you supposed to be, Goldilocks?
You trying to play hero?
I am not sure crushing two pests qualifies as playing hero.
You asked for it, smart guy!
Hey, I never asked for help. I can take them alone.
Stand down. I cannot attack and defend you at the same time.
If you think you can just waltz in here, you have another thing coming!
You got another thing coming.
You have tried to fell me before and failed. This time will be no different.
Okay, so our first fight is a fight we already saw before. Not surprising. This must have been the story that took the least amount of time for them to make, because it's going to reuse a lot of old scenes that we've already seen in the other three story modes up to this point.
Look at that moon. Perfect for a hunt.
Alright. That is our win con in hand. And we have a 2-3 curve. I don't have a lot of 1-drops in this deck.
Think strong and carry on.
Our claws and fangs are our weapons.
Click.
precious life deserves a precious death. More jewels, more!
Guess we'll get our wrath count up.
I paid so much for that axe.
Spin, ball, spin!
Let's draw because we can. Ooh, an IO on turn 5. That's gonna be a blocker with some damage.
Prey limb from limb.
What do you do? Yeah, let's get rid of that.
I'm already a proper lady, you know.
Trim excess. Think you can outrun this wolf?
I'll do what I want. No holding back. No way!
Life's a gamble. May as well have fun.
Take only what is necessary. I go with the wind.
Will it be crimson red?
Ugh.
You're too slow.
Wonder how long my body's been waiting to get that sneeze out.
There's sand in my eyes.
How your opponent bets says it all.
Here we go. Your luck runs out with a roll of the dice, my friend.
I shall give birth to a new world.
Like a roar.
Drop dead already.
There we go.
Impressive.
I mean, this is a play, right?
What you need is a nice roaring. What you need is a nice roaring flame. Thus the world begins. Look at all this kindling! Look at all this kindling!
I like how the Volteo effect doesn't pull anything if your board's full, because it'd be annoying if it just basically was milling myself by 2 every turn.
Good buck tears their prey.
Let alone milling 2 of my creatures.
Think you can outrun this wolf?
I'll do what I want. No holding back.
Ooh, that's hot!
That's lethal.
My desire lies in the dungeon of darkness. Thus the world begins.
Easy. Rely on RNG. It will always steer you wrong. Wait a minute.
Will things never change?
Who are you?
I am Aluzard. Pleased to make your acquaintance again, Ninetails.
Aluzard. You're after me too, aren't you?
He just said pleased to make your
Not
acquaintance.
this time. It is a terrible thing. having your blood on my hands.
Huh? What are you talking?
Man, oh man, you sure picked the wrong wolves to mess with.
This guy.
So, we finally
Guido.
meet Nine Tails, or Sekka as you call yourself. You caused me a lot of trouble, you know.
Guido, sorry. We barely bought you enough time.
Well, figured I'd have to get my claws dirty sooner or later. Now, go get those wounds licked. I'll take over from here.
Yes, sir.
Now, little fox, I believe you've already been briefed. I need your power, you see. Your tails are pockets of magic. If I eat them, I will gain all the power I need to change Velsar.
Yeah,
If.
Guess I should have said when. Now die! Oh, right. We had a knight in shining armor.
Do you think peace is so cheap, Wolf Chief? That it can be bought with the price of several tails?
What would you know? You're just a talking carcass.
An apt description.
Back off! He has nothing to do with this!
Run. It will all be meaningless if you die here.
Why can't anyone in this world make sense?
Looks like we're finally in agreement. Spent a few too many nights at the pub, Sir Knight.
I wish, but I cannot get inebriated.
Then why are you here? That useless lizard sent you? Ha! Like slicing through butter!
I thought slicing through butter is what you say when you easily get through someone's guard, not when he blocks you.
You're no match for me. Say something. I swear you're even dumber than the pop. Listen, Velsar's full of fools like you. Prey who act like they're king of the jungle. But you're delusional. The Lord of Darkness is mine. I'll rip his head off his body and his crown off his head. Then all of Velsar will bow to its new king, Lord Guido. And so will you. In your next life!
Heh.
No!
Run.
But you're hurt!
A far greater and more terrifying fate awaits you. But you must not fear. I too have used you. Many times. But I have gained nothing but pain. I have stabbed you as you cried. Sundered you as you screamed. Until finally I realized
That we already did a battle and that this story mission is going on a significant amount of time after the battle was over.
you have a soul. No one can take that from you.
Or that. I guess you could realize that too.
No one. So there is no need to fear.
I don't understand.
No more talking. Run.
I'm sorry.
I'm not like those dragon newts. I consider it pathetic to die for honor.
I do not seek honor.
Then what are you doing here?
What indeed? What could I want from you, Guido?
To stall him.
You need to watch your tongue!
You desire to seize the throne and become the new Lord of Darkness.
Precisely, and it has nothing to do with you.
That's a matter of opinion. His, not yours.
But that dream is not unique to you. It is shared by every other soul in Velsar.
Huh?
Everyone wants to wear the crown. You are just one of many. But you are not a key character, Guido. You will never be anything but an extra.
Is that like the meta commentary about saying, hey, Guido's never going to be a leader, guys? In fact, he could have been the Bloodcraft leader for this story, but he isn't.
You done talking?
I will never be.
Die!
That would be a mercy. I long for death so much it hurts. I cannot rid myself of my desire, so I drink, hoping to forget. You called me pathetic. You were not wrong.
What are you?
Now I remember. Your blood is unsavory. I'm not in the mood. Blood arts. I've had enough.
You...
It does not matter. This is just another dream. Soon to end. Use your claws and tear me apart.
I will ask you one more time. What do you want?
Nothing. I wish I wanted nothing.
You keep doing this double talk. Like, do you or don't you?
Any final words?
We will meet again.
You're insane. What the hell was he? He didn't make any sense.
I'm still trying to make sense of him, and I'm playing as him.
Who cares? Nothing will matter once I'm the Lord of Darkness.
You ever get that feeling of deja vu?
Woken up, have we? How you feeling?
Buy this fucking apple!
Get me a bloodshot.
The Z in Aluzard stands for ReZero. Okay, so this one gives us the Aluzard card. Card back. Sleeve, whatever you want to call it.
Let us talk about something that happened long, long ago.
Here we go. Lore.
This world was created by the Lord of Darkness. The Lord bathed the world in darkness and gave birth to many races. Then he fell asleep atop a tower. These races all wanted the slumbering Lord's throne. They decided they would defeat the Lord of Darkness and seize his crown. Yokai with various powers, werewolves who fight as a pack, dragonutes who are individually powerful. There was also a fourth race, which feasted on the blood of others to gain power. Vampires. All the races groveled before us. They were nothing more than vessels of blood to us. We were the predators. But our reign would not last forever.
I just realized that Aluzard is a vampire, and I at no point made any reference or jokes about Urias up to any point in all the previous story things, because I kind of forgot that Urias' big shtick is he's the last of the vampires. Now we have this character who's the last of the vampires, who is infinite times more interesting in my opinion, to the point where he made me forget that Urias existed.
Our pride blinded us. We did not see that the yokai, werewolves, and dragonutes were uniting in the face of a common enemy.
Father! Mother!
Time cannot kill us, but we were not without weakness. My entire kind perished.
No!
My parents faced the mob. Wooden stakes pierced their hearts, but they bought enough time for me to escape.
You know, another this thing about vampire lore, when was it? I know that the heart stake through the heart thing originates from like just historical precedent, because generally nothing survives getting a stake through the heart. But when did it get to be in fiction that when you kill a vampire they explode? When did that start happening in fiction? Because I know it looks cool. Like the earliest thing I could think of is what's that movie, The Lost Boys? That's like the first example I could think of, but I know it's got to date back further than that. Maybe the Blade comics? Is that what started it? Because I don't know when the Blade comics started.
I ran. Was it tears or sweat that ran down my cheeks? Was my pulse racing from rage or fear? I escaped from the mob, but I could not escape from Velsar. I wandered without purpose, keeping to the shadows. But I did not forget. The world is my enemy, and everyone in it must perish. I will be the blade that exacts revenge. I cannot die. That vow I made in the shadows was like a lighthouse to me. Eventually, everyone forgot about vampires. We became bloodsuckers, things of legends. And that's when I emerged from the shadows. I had been hidden away for so long that even the night felt dazzling. Finally, I saw the way out, and there was only one thing I needed to do. Take my revenge. Rinse off the blood with blood.
Revenge never solves anything.
It was the first time I had tasted blood in many years. It was like sweet nectar on the tongue. It replenished me, awakened my senses. So much time had passed, but the world had not changed. So I basked in the violence. I strangled the leader of the Dragon Newts. Stabbed the small Ninetails. Cut down the man known as Kagero. However,
how come we're not getting to see any of those timelines?
When the Lord of Darkness awoke, he struck me down hard. Even my blood arts did not stand a chance, for he was a great god. One that was looking for his next vessel, and I was unworthy. He put an end to my eternal life. Or rather, it should have ended. What? How could this be? I was supposed to have perished many, many times. I have no memories of my death, but I can feel it in my flesh. And I can smell the blood that drenches this world.
Yeah, this world sucks.
And I realized that I and Velsar itself were locked in a never-ending cycle of life and death.
Why are you the only one aware of it, though?
Of course. I thought I was dreaming at first. Or that I had finally gone mad. But it was the truth. Perfect. That means I have infinite lifetimes to fulfill my vow! I fought. Over and over and over again. No matter how many times, I always come back. There is no escape from Velsar. It is a cell. And my only companion is loneliness.
You know you're lonely when you refer to loneliness itself as a companion. Because the first thing that comes to mind when I hear the word companion is loneliness. Am I right? Of course I'm wrong. Because the first thing that I hear when I hear companion is friend or comrade.
This was a story of something long, long ago. Back when I thought I had something to fight for.
Yep. Spilled glass. Do I have Aluzard in this deck? Maybe I should put Aluzard in this deck. Yeah, he is in the deck. Alright. He's just a generically good card. He's a 2/2 for 2 with an effect that basically makes him linger forever. Unless they have a banishing spell.
Just as I thought. No effect at all.
That's the strongest stuff I've got. What sort of monster are you, my friend?
You get used to it.
Normally people die before they develop a tolerance.
Yes, that has happened before too.
Trying to find meaning in what you say is like trying to find my way through fog.
That may be because I live in fog. A haze so thick I can see nothing but white.
And a voice so sad and distraught, it makes me tired, literally tired, to listen to it.
And every time I thought I found some kind of sign or answer, they were just illusions. My despair is never ending.
It don't get better the more you drink, you know.
I know.
Hey, you there.
This again.
Sorry about my friends. I know they can be kind of loud. Well, all dragon newts can, actually. We're not really known for being quiet.
I feel like we've seen this before.
Not a bother.
I've been watching you for a while now. You can really drink, can't you? Even we don't drink bloodshots.
I just like the color of them.
Huh. What? So you're into blood or something?
No, that was the line. I remember that was the line he said in the Drock timeline. Now we're in the Drock timeline. So last time was the second timeline. Now we're in the Drock timeline. So I guess we're going to go through these stories one after the other. Which means this will be the Drock timeline. And the next time we'll go through the Kagero timeline. Or this one might be the Kagero timeline again as well.
I suppose you could say that.
Hey, you. We've been talking about you. See, you're pretty stuck up, aren't you?
Do you even know who this is?
Drock. You are always surrounded by people. But you don't open your heart to them. You are alone. Just like I am. Yes. Better than you do, in fact.
What did you say?
Better than you do.
Hey now, chill out. There's no need to get up in his face like that. Though, to be honest, friend, I kind of agree with her. It's awfully rude to not greet someone when they walk by, especially someone who's been paying so much attention to you.
Is that Dragonute custom?
More of a personal rule of mine. I'm sure you get it, right? So you're ignoring me now, huh? Well, let me tell you something. I don't like your attitude.
A shame. This route is not ideal. I quite liked drinking with you. But even if I told you that, you would not understand. We were friends once. Drinking companions.
What? Man, I knew it. You're drunk. You still look awful pale, though. What do you say we get some blood back into those cheeks?
Liven up, huh?
So Drock is our next battle.
What a joke. This whole world is a joke.
Alright. Let's see if some combat. Even a Vampire Seeker. I like that card. That's one of my favorite cards. Her voice lines are great. And a little bit of damsel obsessed, though. What? No damsels.
You mess with the dragon newt, you get burned.
Yeah. Oh, that's the pick.
trim excess.
Trim
The
excess.
Dragon You clan is the strongest in Velsar.
I am a prisoner of this world's whims.
That voice line makes sense now. He is indeed a prisoner.
Embrace the sea.
Of this world's whims.
When will this cruelty end?
Lord Poseidon!
Nothing will change.
Alright. Let's just get this ticking.
Only what is necessary.
Nothing will change.
Aluzard's put into play 1. Alright, they're gonna trade with my Aluzard.
Another pointless path.
I think we play the Discerning Devil.
Different value.
When will this cruelty end?
I have had enough.
Thing more infamy. Let's have a look-see.
Alright. Ugh, healing. Gross.
Time to tidy things up. On to the next layer.
Gonna dig deeper.
I am a prisoner of this world's whims.
Okay, Roulette Vampire is good because he has
May
Rush.
as well have fun. Will it be Crimson Red?
Next turn we wipe the board.
Embrace the sea.
Another pointless path.
Next, Aluzard gives us a Blood Arts.
Ooh, you have a good eye.
How your opponent's bet says it all.
How your opponent bet says it all.
Vows, promises of Poxon then.
Vampire of Calamity.
Red burns, but blue is hot.
It's just a good card with good stats, and that's why it's in the deck.
Wanna guess what's hotter than blue?
Impressive.
After playing a bit of Magic the Gathering and building the stupid deck that is the Tybalt's Trickery deck, I now understand better how to make a Volteo deck. The key is bombs.
Blood Arts!
Forget everything.
Was it too hot for me to handle?
Allow me to take my cut.
I go with the wind. I shall give birth to a new world.
There we go. And they just die.
Truth is waste. Learn what is needed.
Allow me to take my cut.
Damn it! Fall back.
Okay. Another reason why losing is great is because in a situation like this, where Volteo's effect is kicking and he hits the field, all of a sudden, they can't burn me out directly. without killing themselves. Good card. Glad I crafted a copy of him.
Well, look at that. I guess you're not as weak as you look, huh? But
You aren't that impressive either. Am I right? You Dragonoots see the world in black and white. People as either formidable enemies or helpless quarry. Preying on the weak. Stripping them to the bone. That is the Dragonoot way, no?
you don't know the first thing about us.
So if this is the route that leads to peace, I don't think he dies in this route.
That may be true. I know.
So how is he going to die in this route? Are we going to run into,
nothing.
Are we going to run into Skikage in this route?
I've met Drak again and again, but not once have I been able to do anything for him. I simply stand by as fate sweeps him to his doom. Perhaps. Perhaps not.
You're starting to make me real angry, pal.
Drak.
Don't call me as if we're friends.
Your quarrel does not lie with me. Your anger stems from an issue far deeper. You cannot move forward until you come to understand that. We have been enemies on the battlefield and companions at the bar. I have tried everything, but I could not change a thing.
Hey, you got a name?
Aluzard.
Aluzard, huh? That's a name I won't forget anytime soon. Sorry for all the trouble. I guess we'll be leaving now. Later. Oh, and take care on your way home.
What's wrong with you? No one messes with Drak. That was your first time meeting him, right?
We have had blood shots together before.
What?
It is true. I can see it clearly in my mind.
I've had more than enough.
I see.
I knew you were a beast, but I wasn't expecting this.
Have I already said what I think blood shots are? I'm assuming it's whiskey, or something hard like that mixed with maybe wine to make it red.
I think I'm gonna be sick. Man, first time I've ever lost in a drinking contest.
Hi, Panda. Did you come to say hi?
I enjoyed myself.
You gotta be drunk.
Perhaps.
Yep, she's about to climb on my bed. There she goes. Come on, you can do it. Come on, Panda, you can do it. No, she's too fat. No, she wants to leave. Here you go, Panda. Door's open. I like grabbing this robe on the back of the door, so I can actually pull the room to my door open and shut just by grabbing this bathrobe on the hook attached to the door. I guess she doesn't want to leave yet.
So you're a friend of Drak's. You don't look like it, you know.
I'm nothing to him. Just a pathetic fly that appeared and made a quick buzz by the ear. And to me, he is... I wonder. Sometimes we cooperate, and sometimes we kill each other. It is hard to be certain.
Okay, she needs help. Come here. And she goes nice and comfy behind me on the bed.
I can no longer look at him in the face. I do not know if we are friends or enemies, but there is one thing I am certain of. Rather than raising our fists, I would prefer raising a glass with him.
The stuff you say makes me wonder if I've gone crazy.
No doubt. Another bloodshot, please.
Make this your last.
I will. My last bloodshot.
Huh.
About time.
Idiot. You think you can backtalk our young master and live to tell the tale?
Doesn't matter if you try to apologize or run away. You're screwed.
I have no intention of doing either. And even if I were to kill all of you, fate itself will not change.
That's right. Once you've angered the young master, there's no escaping him.
Drock. He cannot be saved.
Actually, believe it or not, those words you say stuck with him, and in this timeline, he will be saved.
Huh? What are you talking about?
Once before, we were allies. He told me about you. You are irreplaceable to him. You are the ones who raised him. He could name each and every one of you. But all of you, you all call him the same thing. Young master.
What about it?
Nothing. It has nothing to do with me.
You're not personally close to him, because you could, as you should be. You should call him by his name.
Whether he lives or dies and what becomes of you, it does not affect me at all. Him, Nine Tails, the sword. Sometimes they do remember me. We have joined forces before.
Oh, so sometimes they do remember in timelines.
But even then, it was futile.
I think it's gonna have to be like a Nexus team up. We gotta get all the pro tags together to fight the final boss at the same time.
I will not beg for my life.
Or Maisha.
So let me make another request. Call him Drock. Just once is enough.
We've heard enough. This is the end for you.
Another futile effort.
No, I think you're actually putting work in. You just won't see the fruits of this till later, provided you live.
Very well. End this chapter. We will meet again in the next.
Oh, he's just gonna let them kill him. He has no clue how much he's actually been saving the world. That's so depressing. If he would just stick around to see the fruits of his efforts. One for the road.
A long time ago, when I was a young man, I was alone. Everyone I once loved is dead. The whole world was my enemy. I ran and hid, surviving off the blood of cold corpses. And yet I still endured, because of that vow I made to myself. It gave me direction, and plunged me into further darkness. My loneliness deepened, but now things are different. Now, I am different. Now then.
Your eyes are playing tricks on you.
I'm telling you. I saw a foxtail just now.
Hey, you! You're the one who was picking a fight at the bar earlier.
Yep. Yeah, we get that feeling of deja vu.
No, that was just the alcohol talking. I would never defy Guido.
I am not feeling it this time. If I do not help that girl here, the nine-tailed fox will return, challenge the Lord of Darkness, and perish in battle. After she falls, there will be an all-out war between the werewolves and the dragon newts. The yokai get involved, and everyone dies.
Wow. I had no idea that this tiny conflicts like that had such a big scale twist. So if Sekka dies, holy crap, that causes a huge domino effect.
What a curse. As if our destruction were preordained. No matter. Time to wander yet again.
You there. What are you doing?
All right. I almost forgot.
Why are you here? All alone and forlorn.
This is a dead end.
Oh? Are you inebriated?
He truly is a bloodthirsty blade. And the smell of freshly spilled blood is thick on him. And yet, every time, I do not notice his approach until he is right up on me.
Weird.
Your name is... what was it again?
Have we met before? Oddly, not a single scratch on you if we did. But no matter. My. So there are still some embers burning in you. Exactly what I had hoped.
A sharp and violent sword. Like fangs that shred everything they touch. Whenever, wherever, and however we meet. He always has the same smell of blood after a hunt.
And we get the internal monologue to these scenes now, so they actually are worth rewatching.
But I do not mind the predictability. Better than having to deal with the ally or enemy talk. No matter how many times the cycle repeats, you do not change one bit.
Of course. I am and can only be myself.
Bloodthirsty killing machine.
I approve.
What a coincidence. I do too. You're quite interesting, I must say. Allow me to test you out.
You are welcome to try.
Alright. Let's beat this stupid Skikage. I just remembered how we beat him in the other mode.
One bit.
You're quite an interesting find.
Yeah, I just remembered that we beat him in the last playthrough by milling him out.
Can you hear their voices?
Undead
I'll
Parade.
engrave your name on your gravestone.
I am a prisoner of this world's whim.
The Calamity Saw is a broken card if he doesn't have a removal spell for it.
Nothing will change.
Well, he has removal for it.
Give me all the fluffy hugs.
Nothing will change.
There we go.
Another pointless
Lucked
path.
out.
Give me your neck, please.
Give me your neck, please.
Oh, fluffle cakes.
Okay.
Sneer all you like.
Let's just
Oh,
gape,
you had
hit, and
enough.
face. Face is the place where damage with we race.
You have summoned the Blade of Purgation here.
And that's why we keep this in the deck. Just because it's a 4 mana, tutor this out.
goodbye to your life.
Oh, there goes my lethal next turn.
Please, no more.
I'll see you in purgatory.
I am a prisoner of this world's whims.
This oughta...
Transformation is sin.
And that's why this is in the deck. Because with
You
Wrath...
destroy the god. How short-sighted. How short-sighted. How short-sighted.
Healing and removal. And a free evolve sometimes.
The living are scarier than the dead.
I'm coming for you.
You will bloom beautifully
Ugh.
under my blade.
Another pointless
I'm
plan.
coming for you.
Time to tidy things up.
Well, we lost.
I remember now.
We drew poorly. Aggro Shadow is hard to deal with.
You do not change one bit.
Especially when your deck is designed to go off on turn 7. Oh, we have the Ramiel. Do we get to ramp with it, though? I think this is a good hand to keep because we have removal and a blocker. We do get to evolve the
Your
Ramiel.
name on your gravestone.
Ooh, this is a fun card in hand.
Sight? Check. Frills?
And with more Evo points, this is an even better card to have in my hand.
Snare all you like.
Adorable to the
Save a point of damage there.
The living are scarier than the dead.
Okay. Let's put this down for later. That might be a board wipe that we will need. And some healing in the meantime.
Ladies and gentle ghosts, follow me. Sight? Check. Frills? Double
He's
check.
going so well.
Do not seek what is not there.
I have had enough.
Awaken, for the end is near.
I suppose I'll dance with you.
You've been chosen.
Adorable to the end.
We ramped.
A fitting end.
Come to me.
I'm coming for you. I'm coming for you.
Gotta kill that. What do they call this thing? Great Pick Corpse. 3 damage follower. Vengeance is active. That. Let's get lucky.
Open the way. You follow
I
behind.
love this job. Of course I do.
I'm coming for you.
Trim excess. consume it all.
Alright, we need to draw, and we need to draw yesterday.
Reach out your hand.
Where did his board go? Okay.
I am a prisoner of this world's whims.
Feel my fury.
Intriguing.
Alright. Get the Dark General in our hands.
Forget everything. Why so afraid?
We have our combo assembled.
My desire lies in the dungeon of darkness.
Can you withstand my sword?
Where does it hurt? Give yourself to the darkness.
I can't hold back. Void Claws, Terminus! Sink! Sink!
This rage empowers me! Cowardly creature!
Combo! That worked out.
Everything is meaningless.
We're doing a lot of fighting in this story.
The feel of my blade sliding through your flesh. It is fantastic. This marks the end. And this concludes the fight.
Splendid.
You truly are a strange one. You are so very much weak. So why then do you smell of blood?
You can smell the blood of past lives on me. What a troublesome foe. Once the stain is set in, it cannot be removed.
Oh, you're hiding your true strength. You have but one life. You should give more thought to how you use it. Now is not the time to be holding back.
I remember now. Your name is Kikage.
My, where did you hear that name?
We have battled to the death many times before. I had learned your name then.
Why, I have no memory of that.
As for what you are, I do not recall. Or perhaps I never knew.
You did know, because you referred to him earlier in this story as the Sword.
I am myself. A single blade is what I am. If you don't feel like fighting for real, that's fine. I've taken a liking to that scent of yours, so I'm feeling generous. What's your name? I'll put it on your gravestone.
Aluzard.
A lovely name it is. I'll make sure your death is just as exquisite.
I finally remember. This move does not attack from the front, but rather it comes from the side. Ah, right. Your blade.
My sword will guide you through the veil onto the red floral path. Behold, Art of Decay.
Was magnificent.
Beautiful. You blossomed beautifully. I must say, you were really something. You were the first to meet gazes with me before my strikes landed. Fascinating.
truly fascinating. I shall engrave your name here. It was a pleasure. Now, that fool Kagero. It is about time he reaches me with a strength and resolve. This is Tsukikage. I'm sorry he did this to you. It is all coming together. I see the secret behind his technique. Art of decay.
This guy's inner monologue was like a narrator, so I actually had to fill it in on his story. Aluzard feels contempt to narrate his own inner monologue, which I appreciate him for.
Aluzard, it is thanks to you that I am now prepared. I will slay him without fail. May you rest in peace.
One for the road. Bloodshots for eternity. Well, now we're entering into uncharted territory. And I just realized we're at chapter 8 already, and all of these so far have only been 8 chapters. And there's no mission for this one, which means it looks like Aluzard's story will be longer.
I once prided myself on being self-reliant. I had purpose. I was to be the blade that will avenge my parents and defeat the Lord of Darkness. I strangled the leader of the Dragonoots, stabbed the small Nine-Tails, cut down the man known as Kagero, and even beheaded another who shared his blood. But no matter how much I struggled, I was always defeated somewhere down the line, and ultimately by the Lord of Darkness. The more it repeated, the more I was lost in the never-ending cycle. And yet I learned things I wish I had never known. Guido is a violent werewolf, but you are not a key character. Drak is a savage Dragonoot, but only because he feels bound by the ways of his clan. At his core, he is kind. Sekka is naive, foolish even, but her heart is pure. Something rare and precious here in Velsar. Kagero may be a peculiar spirit. However, his eyes are gentle, and his words are calming.
Easily one of the best characters written in the story so far. Hands down. Sekka is a precious cinnamon roll. Must protect.
Tsukikage is a malicious sword, but that is what he was made to be. And at times, he even seemed to fear himself. To fight the Lord of Darkness, I have to drink their blood. But with every cycle, my soul gets chipped away, little by little. The leader of the Dragonoots, Drak. When I tore off his beloved wings from him, I felt like a monster. The small Nine-Tails, Sekka. She cried and pleaded for her life. When I killed her, it felt as though I had robbed the world of a gem. The swordsman, Kagero. My battle with him was hard and long fought. And when I finally stood over his corpse, I felt hollow inside.
Moral of the story, Guido is not important.
I wish I had never gotten to know them. I wish I had remained a fool. 'Cause at least, back then, I thought I had a purpose. I killed and consumed and swung my blade. And yet I was unable to kill the Lord of Darkness. At times, I fought alongside them. Together, we challenged the Lord of Darkness with our combined powers and strengths. At times, I tried to flee and sought lands that still knew light and hope. But it always ended the same. It made no difference who lived and who died. It mattered not who did what. The Lord of Darkness cannot be defeated. I would fall and wake again.
And even if you could defeat the Lord of Darkness, you would just become his next vessel.
Everything, absolutely everything, was futile.
This is sad.
When did I become so pathetic? When did I go from wielding a sword to holding a glass? When did I begin to pine for liquor over blood? Then came the day even liquor could not make me forget. With nowhere to escape, I grew tired. And I relinquished everything.
Still want to know why he remembers stuff from alternate timelines.
I cannot live, and I cannot die.
He has reading Steiner, that's it.
I once thought countless lifetimes were a blessing. Now, they are my greatest curse. I ask once again, world, is it you who has gone mad? Or is it me? How many times must I repeat this? How many times must I fall? Enough.
You didn't have to die some of those times.
Enough already. When will it end? Why? 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 Why is this my fate? I was robbed. My father, my mother, my pride, everything was taken from me.
Sad panda. Over on my bed behind me is Sleepy Panda.
I cowered and ran. I wallowed in shame alone. What did I do to deserve this? I once had a purpose. I were to avenge my family and resurrect my kind. I had a lighthouse to guide me through the darkness.
You could still try to do that second thing, though. Resurrect your kind. That seems like it might be worth doing.
I was alone then, and I'm still alone now. But no longer am I self-reliant. I am just plain lonely. I wish I could forget everything. How wonderful it would be to rejoice in life like all others. I have screamed until my voice became hoarse. I have grieved until my tears ran dry. There is nothing I can do. There never has been. From the moment I emerged from the shadows, I have accomplished absolutely nothing. Why? Why did things turn out this way?
Would the answer to that question help you in any way?
You once said you were an audience member, that you are not part of this play. Then you must know all I have been through. I have had enough of pain and of suffering. You can feel it, can you not? The loneliness that echoes within.
You've already asked me this question, but just to remind you. Make a circle with your thumb and forefinger. That's the cycle you're currently stuck in.
She's telling me to make an L?
Now make a circle with your arms. That's the cycle I travel in.
Okay.
Do you honestly believe I'd need another soul to feel complete? As you are, you can't possibly hope to make a difference. The winged boy will forever be bound to the earth. The little fox will forever be prey. And you will forever wander.
Thank you for bragging.
But of course, the tides of fate can't be diverted. So don't be too hard on yourself. All right?
That's why he's being hard on himself.
Let me ask you one last thing.
Anything you like.
Have I ever gotten beyond this point in my story?
No.
Is suffering all there is? Is there truly nothing I can do?
Woken up, have we? How you feeling?
I have this feeling. I think it's called deja vu. I have a feeling that tonight's gonna be a bad day.
Awful.
Once more into darkness. That's the end of the story, I guess.
The ending of our newest tale is as of yet unwritten. The cycle repeats again and again. Claws and fangs break and shatter before fading into darkness. They strive with all their strength, but cannot defy fate. They stretch forth their hands, but cannot grasp victory.
I suppose it can't be helped. The curtains of fate have already fallen on this stage. Pride, peace, resolve, resignation. None of it matters in the end. This play was written to be a tragedy from the start. What a pity. It breaks my heart.
Then do something about it.
Just kidding. I left my heart behind forever ago. Anyhow, the cycles continue until fate leads them to the ultimate conclusion. Isn't that right, Nexus?
I love this theme that plays whenever Nexus is on screen. I think it's like the Morningstar theme.
It's been quite some time, hasn't it?
Guardian of this world, why do you seek endless cycles of death and rebirth?
Why do you think?
Thou art but a broken vessel, destined to succumb.
There's no need to get bent out of shape. Why, I am doing all this just for you. Keeper, Nexus. Just for you. Do remember that this world is under my control. No one can meddle in it unless I say so.
Vessel of stagnation, know thy fate is destruction. I am a keeper. I am Nexus of serenity. I bringeth harmony unto worlds.
So Nexus is one of the more interesting keepers, basically because she represents serenity, and her goal is to basically achieve ultimately happiness and serenity through trapping everyone essentially in the infinite Tsukuyomi. Which, in hindsight, doesn't sound so bad when you compare it to this.
Harmony. It's very lovely if I do say so myself. But a tad too much, and things will lose their interest. Well then, it's time for me to slumber once again. Next, we'll revisit that nostalgic place. Perhaps this time, the bullet of fate will hit its mark.
The next chapters will be available soon. Thank you for playing. Well, no, you see, one of them is you're stuck in an infinite time loop that's depressing. The other is you get to sleep in a world of dreams and happiness where nothing is real, but at least you're happy. I consider that to be a big difference. Well, as always, they give us a ton of gold in these stories, so we're going to use it. Oh, that's right. We have the tie-in with Cinderella Girls, so we'll probably do a stream tomorrow. Probably a longer stream than this, but a short stream nonetheless, because they've added a new quest for this, I guess, because we're doing another crossover with Idolmaster, Cinderella Girls. I don't know anything about it. All I know is it's an idol show. What was I doing? Back. Cards. I believe the mini expansion should be out by now. Yep, the mini expansion is out, which means new cards. Let's see what the luck of the draw is today. I'm told that this card is good. This is one of the new cards in the set. Goddess of Rebirth, accelerate 1, choose, put a Dawn Splendor or a Seraphic Blade into your hand. And it is a 10, that's the accelerate. And then the 10 drop is the 7/7 with ward and restores 7 life at your end step. It's a neutral card. This might see play in Sankhaven. I don't know if it will be ideal, but maybe we look at what Dawn Splendor does. Give your leader the following effect until the end of your opponent's turn. Whenever an enemy follower with Storm attacks your leader, give that follower -2, -0. Huh. And the evolved, give -2, -0.
I shall reveal your inner light.
And Seraphic Blade. Destroy an enemy follower amulet that costs 2 play points or less. 6, destroy an enemy follower name. It's a 6 mana removal spell. It has utility. It might see play. What does it sound like voice line wise?
Don't cry. I'm here to help you. There. Time to guide the next lamb. My, you're so adorable. I'm here for you. Don't cry.
That's a lot of voice lines.
Let's go together, all right? Let's go together, all right?
Alright. Only new card in there. Nothing new in here. And another Geno. Parting of the Flesh, though. So I have 2 more Shadowverse streams planned in the near future. I originally only had 1. I planned on doing 1 stream today. I planned on doing ranked today. However, since the story came out, we did that instead. Because as you can see up here, I'm up to 20,000 of these Pointo-roos, which means we are now currently in trials. And if we pass these trials, we'll get to A rank. And you can see this little icon here means that we have a new event going till June 28th. Oh boy. Which is the new quest mode. Puzzles. And we will do this later, I guess. But until next time, we'll see you guys in the next stream. Bye-bye.